Here at Computex 2025, Cooler Master has some of the most exciting cases that I think I have seen at the show this year. Let's go check them out. This is the Masterframe 600 line of cases. We have the Masterframe 600, the large version, that comes in at $200 US. We move down to the little brother, this is 150, and then we go down to the smaller version, which honestly is probably one of my favorite. This is 130 US. All of these three have an exoskeleton made of aluminum that can be fully customized for many different layouts. We saw 4 layouts over there, which we'll show you guys, but the customization is endless. You can fit 200mm fans, 140s, 120s. You can move panels around. You can create whatever unique design you like. Let's actually take a closer look at them and see what we can do. Starting with this front panel here, you can actually pull it out and take it out. It reveals this rail system here. It's all magnetically connected, and we also have all of this different layout designs here, so you can fit your 200mm fans, your 140s, your 120s. Here we have triple 140s. You can also fit a 420mm radiator in place here, but the whole design layout can be fully flipped around. The possibilities are endless with this. Now at the rear of the case, we also have plenty of venting with huge cutouts, so that if we do install a radiator at the rear here, you can actually have that blowing through, but it can all be fully rotated as well, and you can have your radiator coming across here. You can move all of these bars around. You can have the radiator up here. Customization is endless with this case. The power supply shroud itself can even be moved up and down, so we'll move around to the front and take a closer look. Now again, everything is magnetized to the case, so you don't need to worry about anything coming off during shipping. They're pretty hefty, they keep it in place, and then you've also got these little nodules down here which also help hold the glass in place and stop it from warping. The motherboard tray is completely modular, so you can have many different layouts. The full case can be flipped over, so you can have the motherboard layout on the right hand side of the case. You can have it down below. You can move the power supply shroud up to the top of the case, because all of the rails have all of these holes along, so you can screw anything in wherever you like. That is the beauty about this case. You can make it look and feel like the premium PC that you want for your gaming setup. Now the whole case is CNC aluminum, so it's very, very heavy, it's hefty, and it's very durable as well. And of course, you're gonna need that if you're constantly playing around with it, choosing different layouts. So they need to make sure that it's spick and span for the user, because if it was plastic and you go ahead and you break something, then there's one layout that's probably destroyed for you. Now onto the case feet. So you can use the standard version, which go down below, or you can put them up the top and rotate the case whatever way you want. However, we like these ones here because they also double up as a case handle. You can use them to carry your build around. And on this case right here, they're actually demonstrated. And all you need to do is, when you've taken a panel off, it reveals all of the holes down the side. The case feet line up with those holes. So you take a screw on the inside, screw it in, and then that becomes the new case feet. Now, if you want to install some SSDs in the case, you can install them onto this panel. However, if you're like me and you love your water cooling, you want more radiator compatibility, you can completely remove this panel. It reveals the radiator bracket at the back and install a 420mm radiator. And all of the fans that you see pre-installed in all 3 versions of the case come pre-installed with the case as well. Now the top I/O, this can actually be placed wherever you like in the build. And if you want to replace the top cover, you can actually have wooden accents. We've also got some marble and other wooden accents, and you can actually replace the I/O with this cover as well, as soon as you're moving that to a different position. So here are the 3 options that they have as replacement panels at the moment. We don't know about pricing and availability as of yet, but they are looking for users' feedback as to what you want to see. If they implement more designs on the market, let us know down in the comments below and we'll pass that feedback on. Breaking news, we've just discovered, so the bigger version is the Masterframe 600 mesh, then you've got the Masterframe 500 mesh, and then the baby of the bunch, the Masterframe 400 mesh. Now the case comes in a black version and the white version, and this is a horizontal layout of the one that we saw over there, and then you've got the vertical layout all the way over here with the white version, or the silver version they call it. Now again, pricing wise, we have 200 for the larger version, we have 150 for the medium version, and 130 for the smaller version. But I have to say, my most favorite version is the silver version in the vertical mode. I think it just looks really nice. I think it doesn't take up too much room on the desk, but it still has that flexibility and customization that is offered with the modular design. Now, this is the Cosmos 2025 limited edition case. Inside of here, they actually have a custom water cooling loop, which is included. Now, this is more for businesses, but I just wanted to show you guys the case itself, because coming around to the front here, we also have this crazy metal sponge design. And yes, it is metal, guys, and the airflow can get through it as well. So this will be a limited edition case that is offered to users. However, at the moment, we just have the pre-build, which is offered to businesses here. And we also have a second solution, which will be the air-cooled solution. Now, as I said, this is the water cooling edition. It comes with two 180 by 360 millimeter radiators, but you can see that this still follows the same line of customization that we previously visited on the previous Masterframe 600 case. This is Cooler Master's version of the Mac Tower. No, it's actually the air cooling version of the Cosmos 2025 edition. And you can see the implemented design here where they've separated the GPU and the CPU temperatures to keep the thermals nice and low with these two compartments here. Now again, this particular model is just offered to businesses. However, the case itself will be offered to end users for those who like this type of design and want that in their setup. Now the whole motherboard tray has a floating design where it can come forward and backwards. So with the air-cooled version, they actually have it all the way to the back to create more space inside the build. But with the water cooling version, they bring it forward to allow space for the radiators at the rear of the case. This is the Masterframe 360 panoramic case. So essentially it takes the same aluminum extrusion from the original Masterframe 600, but now we have a glass version, a 360 millimeter display. So the PC actually looks like it is floating inside the build, and it gives this nice clean design. I really love it. Now, of course, with glass, it does take away from airflow, so there's less cooling. However, if you install fans down the bottom and you have fans up the top, it's kind of like a wind tunnel design where it just brings cool air all the way and out the top. But what I really love about this is you get a panoramic design of your PC, so you can actually make the backside look good as well. It also comes with the cable cover that you can see at the rear there, so you're not seeing those ugly cables, but you can have your water cooling loop as part of the back. You can install your GPU or whatever at the back as well. The customization is endless, and we also have cutouts here to let airflow in as well. So it's not fully covered, there's still venting there, but it is enough just having the fans pushing air from the bottom to the top. Now this case will be available for $219 US. Now this is the same case, but they call this the stage version. It actually comes with a screen built in, and this is actually a custom build that AK Mod has done and his team, where they've got the little character. There's this nice stage at the front here. But apart from that, the internal specs are pretty similar, apart from the fact that you obviously can't have a radiator on the front panel. I think it's a really cool, unique design. We've also got some little stage lighting up the top there. And this one will retail for $249 US. This is the Masterfan XT series of fans from Cooler Master. You can get full metal design for the outside frame of the fan, and they also have a version with metal fan blades as well. Now the metal fan blade version goes all the way up to 4,000 RPM, so you don't want to go ahead and stick your finger in that when it's operating. The other one doesn't go quite as high. It still has the plastic blades, so they limit that RPM down a bit more. But at 4,000 RPM, the reason they are able to achieve that is because the all-metal design actually balances out the fan blades. So they're able to get the fan blades closer to the frame and balance out that weight evenly, so there's less vibration. Now the fan actually comes with a little manual switch attached to it, so if you want to manually adjust the RPM, you can do so. Cooler Master have made shrouds for the Asus GeForce RTX 5090 Astral, and they actually put their metal fans to the test inside of these shrouds, and what they achieved was the original Astral reached 72 degrees Celsius. With their brand new 4,000 RPM metal fans, they were able to achieve 49 degrees Celsius. That is a massive improvement, and the shrouds can fit up to 30 millimeter thick fans. Now, there was a lot of cool things to see here that we're super excited about, but I have to say my most favorite product of today was the Master series of cases, especially the Masterframe 400.